Oh no, not yet.
I don't have it. I'm literally
I
running
got it. I got it. Hungriness.
The moment he starts whining, that's how I know it's something. Usually it doesn't whine. I'm hungry. I also forgot to cook myself a meal last night.
Forgot, did ya?
Well, I was just too tired. Oh, but you know what? I had that pot pie. I don't know if it's oven or microwave. Let's see. Gluten-free chicken pot pie.
It doesn't taste good in microwave though.
Well,
Doesn't really.
it's better than. Same idea, so it tastes great in the microwave, but that's what I do.
Oh, it's Mr. Bailey's pillow wore off. Now he's up the butt of heavy food.
Peanut butter cookies! Yeah, this candle smells good. Yeah, let's see. Not yours. Let me go see if this thing is ready.
Okay, I'm live, baby.
Alright. Why?
well, some of them have because they trade with real money before they know what they're doing, and they over leverage and they over trade. So
It has been fleeting in terms of the American dream by offering a help with down payment of $25,000 down payment assistance for is the victim of what that means in terms of losing their home, having nowhere to go. We know that we can actually deal with this issue. The young people of America care deeply about this issue. And I am proud that as Vice President over the last 4 years, we have invested $1 trillion in a clean energy economy while we have also increased domestic gas production to historic levels. We have created over 800,000 new manufacturing.
I do not feel warm. I do not feel leadership. I feel she's doing the best she can with the tools that she has and the way she was coached for this moment. But I'm not feeling leadership saying I trust that leader to go negotiate around the world. I don't trust that leader to go negotiate with Congress. That's not what I'm feeling. And once again, he's getting poked at him, and he is staying short of full fury. And I think he's doing a very good job, responding and reminding us what the truth of what was happening.
Benny, if you had to guess, what do you think? Like, if you, what do you feel that the American people right now are? The American, that's not how I'm looking at. I'm looking at independence. If I'm thinking independence, 70-30 to have Trump ahead. I don't care about the American people, left or the right. MAGA's not changing, and the progressive left's not changing. The independent 70-30 is there with Trump right now.
Okay, and Adam, we're talking about the women with the abortion.
Not the men.
They're not. No, what I'm saying
They're
is
not doing it, just the women.
Well, what I'm saying is, do you think that that's shifting at all, or are any of those women going to vote for Trump?
What are you asking?
I'm not like from tonight, from listening to what
Yeah, where are you going? What do you think?
abortion and stuff.
Muta.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I just feel like the way that she's performing right now, everybody tomorrow, from the Bill Maher's, they're gonna put her on a pedestal and make her seem like she's the second coming. She's gonna be the savior. I'm telling you right now. I'm getting messages right now like, oh my God, our boy's not doing good. Oh my God, he's failing. Like, I got 4 messages in a row saying that Trump is losing the debate.
Okay, Adam.
So,
That's serious. I got another one.
you okay?
No, I'm serious. I got text that Trump is losing.
I think there's only one time that Trump kind of lost his cool, and that's what I was sort of saying. Can Trump just keep it cool, bro? You saw with Biden.
Thank you.
This isn't the same fight, though. There's two different fighting styles make fights.
Yeah.
This is a different style of a fight.
Totally different style of fight. He can't
The other
go
one, you don't have to do anything.
An opportunity economy, investing in small businesses, in new families, in what we can do around protecting seniors, what we can do that is about giving hardworking folks a break and bringing down the cost of living. I believe in what we can do together that is about sustaining America's standing in the world and ensuring that we have the respect that we so rightly deserve, including respecting our military and ensuring we have the most lethal fighting force in the world. I will be a president that will protect our fundamental rights and freedoms, including the right of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not I started my career as a prosecutor. I was the DA, I was an attorney general, a United States senator, and now vice president. I've only had one client, the people. And I'll tell you, as a prosecutor, I never asked a victim or a witness, are you a Republican or a Democrat? The only thing I ever asked them, are you okay? And that's the kind of president we need right now. Someone who cares about you and is not putting themselves first. I intend to be a president for all Americans and focus on what we can do over the next 10 and 20 years to build back up our country by investing right now in you, the American people.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump.
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it, and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in. You believe in things like we're not going to frack, we're not going to take fossil fuel, we're not going to do things that are going to make this country strong, whether you like it or not. Germany tried that, and within 1 year they were back to building normal energy plants. We're not ready for it. We can't sacrifice our country for the sake of bad vision. But I just ask one simple question. Why didn't she do it? We're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world. All over the world they laugh. I know the leaders very well. They're coming to see me. They call me. We're laughed at all over the world. They don't understand what happened to us as a nation. We're not a leader. We don't have any idea what's going on. We have wars going on in the Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other because of nuclear weapons, the power of weaponry. I rebuilt our entire military. She gave a lot of it away to the Taliban. She gave it to Afghanistan. What these people have done to our country, and maybe toughest of all, is allowing millions of people to come into our country. Many of them are criminals, and they're destroying our country. The worst president, the worst vice president in the history of our country.
President Trump, thank you. And that is our ABC News presidential debate from here in Philadelphia at the National Constitution Center. I'm Lindsay Davis.
And I'm David Muir. Thank you for watching here in the U.S. and all over the world, and from all of us here at ABC News. Good night.
Done? Okay, all right. Now that it's done, Tom, go give your full analysis on what you got.
So my full depth analysis goes like this. She was very well coached. I don't think we've seen her this way, but I don't think the independents really saw something in her tonight. The independent points is what's here. This isn't about the 43 or what we look at it. This isn't about the 44 and the 45 that are locked in. It's not about that. This is about the Kennedy voters that have not made up their minds yet. This is about the independent voters that are in the middle. And I don't think the independent voters are going to be swayed by what they saw if they look at it objectively. She had a lot of emotion going. I think she scored well on the abortion question. She spent more of her time, I think, being defensive in her answers the way she went. And I think they got him irritated, but he didn't go over the cliff. And I think overall, I scored this thing really close. I scored probably, 65-35, like 1/3, 2/3. It's probably how I ended up.
That's really close.
No, I'm saying that's closer than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I see.
So you thought it was going to be a blowout. Your initial thoughts was this was going to be a blowout.
But looking at the historical performance and presence of her, which is all the data we have, and we saw her in California quite a bit, where she would really make a speech, and when she would, it's like, this is our senator? Are you kidding me? That's kind of how I see it.
But I think a little part of that plays in though because of how bad Joe Biden did. Anybody that does anything, even half of what she did, is looking like, oh my God, they're back. I'm not gonna lie, she surprised the hell out of me. She remember whoever was coaching her.
It was a low bar.
Yeah, exactly. Was freaking.
The ball was in the seventh ring of hell when it came to that entertainment.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was horrible. But I mean, like, and listen, is this gonna sway the vote? The vote is not till what? November? I don't know. I think, like you said, Tom, the independents, the people in the middle. I hope they really see through all the BS. Trump has a proven track record. She's done absolutely nothing. And I know some people are like, well, she hasn't been the president. No, she's sitting right next to the guy. She has say in a lot of things. If the border is her #1 job and she failed, I don't trust her to do anything else. Period. Hands down.
So there was a couple different things, like sort of nuance in there. I have some interesting stats. So she mentioned Bernie Sanders. They talked about how she supported the Medicare for All. Did you catch what you guys? She talked about Sean Fain, UAW, United Auto Workers. Anyone catch that? This is a full-on social who basically came out during the strike and was like, yo, I straight up don't believe in the concept of billionaires. Remember that? Now here you have Trump, who is an avid capitalist and who is a billionaire. So there's a fundamental difference. Like, something that I've learned being around Pat all this time is like cut through all the clutter and the personality and really go to policy. And what's going to happen is the following. She's going to implement more Marxist, socialist, communist-like policies. She's a communist, but she's definitely a collectivist. California, California, we see what's going on there, Gavin Newsom. We see what's going on there, Nancy Pelosi. Like, we have eyes. And here you have Trump, whether you like him or not, whether he's too much to deal with or whether he's just exactly what you want. He believes in the old adage, peace through strength. He's a capitalist, and he's going to protect small businesses. The fact that she, of all people, is like, small businesses. Yeah, nobody's buying that, bro. Who's thinking that she's there for small businesses? I will say, again and again and again, she crushed it on the abortion thing. It is a deeply emotional issue. Gentlemen out there who have women in your life, sisters in your life, girlfriends in your life, do yourself a favor, have nice, soothing conversations with the women, and say really what is the most important to you, and make sure it's democracy.
It's a little weird. You got a little weird.
No, not weird. Not weird at all. If you want, you don't have to tell Luther Vandross or Barry White.
quick, maybe like.
But Trump did have the funniest line of the debate. You ready? You got the funniest line?
I have a lot of.
He hasn't been writing.
He goes, this one right here wants to have transgender operations to illegal aliens in prison.
It's true.
Okay?
It's true.
So I was like, damn, like he's hitting illegal aliens, immigration, prison reform, transgender, and all in one. Boom. And the government paid for it. Take that.
So I got, by the way, very good commentary. Amy, I'll give you the last one. I got a few things I want to share with you guys. Go for it.
Yeah, so I'll just go through a couple of the other notes I had so far as like disingenuous comments. So did anybody else notice when she was talking about the border bill and talking about how Donald Trump shut that down specifically? What bipartisan border bill, they call it bipartisan, what conservative actually supports X amount of illegal immigrants still crossing the border? What conservative supports providing, what was it, hundreds of millions of dollars in aid to Ukraine to fund these international wars as well? Again, completely disingenuous when she said that. She brought up comments that Donald Trump made about armed forces, which number one cannot be substantiated, while literally less than a week ago she created an entire media frenzy about his patriotic Arlington visit. Like, this woman is literally so hypocritical. It's just absolutely beyond me. I don't understand. And then finally, she talks about having a plan. She talks about having a plan. And yet, like Adam so clearly stated, that plan is inching America in the direction of, if not communism, definitely socialism. Okay, I come from a country that is, it's not socialist, but it does have a little bit of a mixed economy. And I see the way that affects the mindset of the people. And we do not have a constitution there to protect us from some of the terrifying things that they're bringing upon the Australian people and other Western countries around the world. So thank God for that constitution that we have. But if somebody like Kamala Harris does get elected as president, she's going to do everything possible to undermine that and to bring these socialist and communist policies to the United States.
Okay, so I got a very, very good commentary from all of you guys. I got a question for you guys. So let's go through this. Go to 2020 Joe Biden against Trump, okay? Let's take 2020 Joe Biden against Trump, that person, and he debates today's trained Kamala in a primary. There's nobody else on stage. So take every Cory Booker off stage, take everybody off stage. It's this Kamala versus, so there is no Elizabeth, there is no Bernie Sanders. It's this Kamala Harris, trained the way she was today, versus the Joe Biden of 2020 in the primary who wins.
Oh, I think that'll be a lot closer. I think that she would actually.
I think Kamala
in
will.
that 2020.
Okay, so that's the point. Yeah, that's the point. So, no, but wait a minute. This is a very important point you just made. So if that's Biden who beats Trump against Kamala, you're saying this Kamala beats that Biden?
Based on policy and performance, she'd stand a chance.
Let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to ask a question. I want you to make noise. It's pretty tough to make noise for this, but how about we do hands instead of making noise, right? How many guys say the 2020 Biden beats the 2024 Kamala of today's performance? Raise your hand. Okay, how many guys, by the way, look at that. Not a lot of you. How many of you say tonight's Kamala performance? Guys, this is kind of like the 2006 Michael Jordan against, you understand, when you're putting players against players. Does Kamala Harris, today's Kamala Harris, does she beat 2020 Biden? Hands up. That's formidable. That's the part you have to pay attention, okay? With what just happened there. Now, we don't even need to ask a question, because today's Kamala beat the Trump-Biden debate that just took place, whatever, 2 months ago. The answer's going to be what? Not even a question, right? So let me share with you a couple thoughts that I have. Here's what happened here. So to me, if I can read this tweet, Tom, I don't know if we can get on this screen. Okay, there you go. So tonight's commentary versus Biden-Trump debate, Capra Dana Bash interrupted Trump 0 times. I remember I counted exactly how many times, not 1 time. Tonight, we counted it 11 times. It was a 3-1 debate. Kamala did her best to agitate and try to get under Trump's skin, which, by the way, she did. She did multiple times. She brought up Project 2025, even though they know, and moderator never corrected. She claimed he was terminated Constitution. Moderator never corrected. Misusing bloodbath, Charlottesville, J6. He wants to be a dictator on day one. Donald Trump left us. The worst unemployment, the worst pandemic. These are very good lines to get under his skin. Very effective. Trump followed through to do the same thing. She said they left the tariffs that Trump left on China for 3.5 years. Meaning, you followed Miley. She hates Israel. He said that even though Dems have 71% of Jews are voting for Democrats. Just so you know, it's a very small percentage of Jews voting Republican. She doesn't have a plan. It's like 4 sentences, okay? I was going to send her a MAGA hat. Her father's a Marxist. He taught her well. These are very good lines. Her vice president pick, abortion in the 9th month. Her boss, can't read it. He spends most of his time at the beach. These are great lines. They didn't fire anyone. That's the most important point for me as an executive. How the hell do you not fire anybody? All this stuff that's happened last 4 years, you've never fired anybody? That's like the first thing the person should say. That's a good point. You have the toughest job. You don't want to fire anyone. Then it continues. I'm sorry, I'm talking now. So he did to her what she does. She is Joe Biden. You know, this is crooked, right? And then it goes. Her highlight of the evening, abortion topics, I thought she crushed it. The economy. When you listen to her with the economy, honestly, you know what it sounded like? How many guys don't like math? Raise your hand if you can't stand math. Raise your hand if you're not a math person. How many people know what happens when a math person is in a math conversation and math comes up and economy comes up and you kind of like, please don't ask me a question, but I swear to God, I'm begging you, I still don't know what a 4, don't ask me what a 403B is, 457, don't ask me unrealized gains, please, let's skip this topic. She knew nothing about the economy, okay? She never, maybe, I thought for that moment, when she claimed she smoked weed, she did in the economy class. That's when I realized, maybe she did, I think she was telling the truth then. His highlights, economy, Robert King, go a little higher. His track record with no war when he was president, he challenged her to leave the debate stage and go to D.C. to sign a bill to say the border is closed. His downfall, eating dogs. That part, I think his team could have done a better job. I thought I was, and also getting a little bit agitated at the end and trying to oversell thinking it's behind. Showed a little bit of, little bit of weakness at the end. So biggest marketing mistake of the night to me was Kamala when she said, I invite you to go to one of Trump's rallies. Please, leave the rally. If people leave the rally early, Trump's marketing team is going to use that. Even Kamala Harris wants you to come to the rallies, right? Even though he doesn't need that. Trump's marketing team can run with that last observation about the debate. Kamala kept looking at him. He looked straight. He was focused.
when they ask about the moderators, when they ask if Kamala has met Putin, they never once followed up on the question.
Yeah.
They never once followed. Why do you not follow up on the question? They followed up on Trump 3 times on the question. Why do people want to know? By the way, what do you think the answer is? That she's ever met Putin? If the answer was yes, what did she say within the first second? She said, I've met. Who did she say she met 5 times? I've met Zelensky 5 times. Meeting Zelensky 5 times doesn't equate meeting. Say yes or no. We still don't know the answer to the question. That was a bad thing for moderators, even though they interrupted Trump consistently. They did better than expected. I thought David Muir, believe it or not, I actually like this guy on the way he did it. I thought he was good. I know a couple of times when Trump wanted to get the minute and they were trying to digress to a different topic or change to a different topic, David gave him the minute. I like that. He didn't seem like an asshole. That's my I liked him. Lindsey Davis asked one of the toughest questions of the night of Kamala. Even though you can tell she does not like Trump, I give her a 7. For whatever reason, it seemed like she was gone for 20 to 30 minutes. I don't know if that was an ABC thing or not, but that was definitely weird. So again, Kamala sounded like a condescending aunt lecturing kids. He sounded like an angry patriot defending his nation. Either way, I think this was a much better debate performance-wise than the Biden-Trump for entertainment purposes, for fight, for all this other stuff. I thought it was good. But to go back to it. So somebody may say, well, Pat, the question you're asking about, will the 2020 Biden beat today's Kamala? The answer resounding is what? No. Hang on, Adam. Will the 2020 Biden beat today's Kamala? All of you said no. Okay. So then the next question is 2024, because it's games, it's opponent styles, all that stuff, right? Then it's markets and conditions. Is today's market conditions the same as it was in 2020? Meaning, at that time, everybody was saying, man, I know what Trump's going to do.
No,
but I
baby,
don't know
no.
what Biden's going to do. Maybe he's going to be nicer. Maybe America's going to be more peaceful. Maybe we're going to have less
My
protests
brain
and
is
riots, right?
honestly like
The difference
fried.
here, there is nothing close to 2020, and the argument of whether Biden or Kamala beats who is irrelevant. We have 4 years almost of Biden and Kamala. That is the biggest difference. If you put 4 to 4, it is not even close. The 4 to 4 of results with a resume, you have 2 people applying for a job, okay? What are some? If you're interviewing, we interview hundreds of people per year, right? Yep. Executive, people that we're hiring for $200,000 salaries, $300,000 salaries, 100K, 50K, 80K. You got 2 finalists as candidates. Resume. What things do you look for and you're like, nah, this is not fair? What do you look for?
I just look at effectiveness and results. You know, some people's resumes said, I was part of this team, I was part of that team. You have other people turn in resumes, I raised the growth of the company by 6%. I raised profit by 15%. I found 22 new customers. Go like that. If you put them side by side in the economy, you know, Biden doesn't want the numbers, and they have to shade, because those are bounce back jobs. Those were bounce back jobs. So if you look Trump on the economy and inflation, job creation, foreign policy, where the wars were, and what they spent, and you went down by that, you would say,
Can I ask you a different question, Bogdan?
This is the strongest guy.
Let me ask you a different question. By the way, just so everybody knows, outside of ABC's YouTube channel being live tonight, we're officially the biggest live in the world tonight on YouTube. Just so you guys know that. All right, just so you guys know that. There is hovering between 145,000 live watching tonight concurrent is what we got right now. Okay, but by the way, let me go to this. Watch this. Question to the listeners and the viewers and all of you guys sitting here. You ready? Very simple question. You have 2 employees. Say we are Goldman
Love
Sachs.
you, baby. I'll see you soon.
We're about to hire
Let me know. Yeah, let me know when you're leaving work.
Both bankers have been at Morgan Stanley for 4 years. And
I'm
both
gonna shoot speeder
bankers
on time. I might be 2 minutes late
have
today,
very
but
good
15
relationships with
Okay.
their
gap.
HR
Okay.
and bosses. We look at the resume of one, Biden, Kamala. We look at the resume of the other one, Trump. All the numbers of performance is here. That is the difference between voting for a president today versus 2020. You actually have all of their performance of what they've done in 4 years, in their 4 years of being in office. This one has raised, let's just say, whatever, $1.8 billion. This one's raised 2.1, whatever. This one has had so many write-ups. This one's done this. This person's done this. You can look at every single thing and say, yeah, based on the resumes and what's happened, this one may be a little bit more, cocky about himself, and this one may be a little bit more like elitist, like when she's coming in because I went to the right schools or whatever. You're going to sit there and say, yeah, based on this, we're hiring this guy. Now, that is assuming independents are going to do their part. That is assuming this goes the way it does. If Trump kind of plays the poised game.
All right, we got 6 minutes until CPI. I just wanted to kind of check up on, the debate, what happened yesterday. Almost over, but let's check it out. Yeah, we're kind of pumping up. I don't know. I think CPI might run for all these lows. We'll see. We'll see. We do have this higher time frame SMT with ES. ES ran these lows yesterday. Tuesday's London lows. NASDAQ did not, and then we had this big push up, retracement into here, and now we're continuing up. So CPI might be up, down. We'll see. We have 6 minutes, so we got a little time to kill here.
And these are terms that I never even knew of 5+ years ago. The progressive woke left, DEI, leftist, Marxist, intersectional decolonialization, war on the West agenda took over. And instead of Easter, it's Happy Transgender Day of Visibility, y'all. Like, what just happened here? And just everyday Americans are sort of waking up. So to use the scientific method here, you have the control, which is Trump, and insert this variable. And at this point, you have to look back and be like, yeah, I'll just go take those mean tweets again, and just, it's fine, I'll take a little chaos, it's all good. Let's strike some fear into...
Be right back before CPI.
Maybe make NATO
2
fear.
seconds.
How about we put up that wall that we thought was racist? Turns out it wasn't really that racist. And, women will have the babies, and the men will kind of do their job and play their part. And I think of all people, Trump, of all people, is sort of returning America to traditional Judeo-Christian values. And that is not something you would have thought of Trump in 2016.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm with him.
I mean, I'm going to be with him. I mean, my socks even. I don't know if you guys can see my socks on the Trump. Okay, my hair. Okay.
Yeah,
But here's the thing, Pat. Let's not forget. The Democrats' plan is so far working. Okay, no matter what anybody wants to say, let's think about their plan. Okay, they wheeled out Joe Biden. They let him debate. What did you say earlier, Pat, about the moderators? They weren't treating him like this. They let Biden go. They let him go and make a fool out of himself. They know he was up late. They pushed the debate early. Biden was out there. He got ruined. Okay, then what do? They do that little coup. They get him out. They push Kamala in. And now what's he going up against? He's going up against the woman of color. All she's going to do is use race, talk crap, bring up his past. He doesn't really have anything because everything that he's going up against, he's saying it's you. That wasn't her technically. It's Joe Biden. Correct? I think that's what they're going to use. But at the end of the day, after tonight, when's the next polls come out, Tom?
The polls will be dropped. Well, it's a complicated answer, but the polls have been taken over the past last week. They're not going to want to roll those because those are more moderated. It'll probably take you'll get snap polls in 4 days. You'll get overnight polls that are weak. The news media will pop up, but the real polls will take about 8 days.
And no more debates, BBD? That's it?
I think there's going to be a third debate.
I thought she didn't agree to any debate. Any more debate. I know, from what you're saying, once the polls come out, then I would like to see what type of game that they're going to play. Because what if we see the polls and this debate proves that the American people have woken up, the independents are going towards Trump, the RFK vote, Tommy, is actually pushing them towards Trump, then what?
Then they're not going to drop the polls. Exactly like we've seen in recent times. We're not going to see the proper number of polls come out because, again, it's not going to align with this narrative that they want to push. A quick note on what you guys were mentioning. This whole conversation around temperament and Trump's temperament really frustrates me. You know, that added mean tweets, world peace. I think any of us who are logical and actually look into the policy would be down for that any day. But it's so frustrating that we need to cater to people in a way and need to tell Trump to guard his temperament or censor him in a way just to make him more palatable for something that should be so obvious as soon as somebody does just more than 2 seconds of research. So what I just really hope comes from this is that those independent voters, the people who would have gone for RFK or anybody else, I just hope that they look point by point into every single question that was asked, look at the policy.
They won't do that. They won't. You're living in a logical world. We're not in it. Let me just read you this. Okay, this is from New York Post. Trump surges 14 points with independents. Latinos shift 19 points in Trump's favor. Okay, Rob, if you want to pull this up. Trump's gained momentum among key voters, group surging 14 points with independents, leading Harris 49 to 46, still close, and 19 points with Latino voters, leading now 51 to 47, reversing his prior deficit in the demographics. He's gained followed RFK Jr.'s endorsement of Trump and Harris, nomination boost. The poll shows a close national race, with Harris edging Trump 49 to 48 in a multi-candidate contest. However, Trump leads on key issues like immigration, economy, Middle East. Harris dominates on abortion. Favored by voters seeking change.
All right, we got good morning. We got the CPI coming in 2 minutes. I was just checking in what was happening with the debate yesterday, because I do think it will affect it'll affect what's going to happen here in 2 minutes. But I think we're ready for some charts. The fact that we are pushing up this whole time with CPI coming makes me feel like we're just gonna do a really big candle down, sweep all this sell side liquidity before continuing up, but we'll see. It's very hard to predict CPI, FOMC, NFP. Very hard to predict those things. You kind of just let the market do its thing and then see where it wants to go in the longer term, and we'll go from there. So we have 1 minute now, and we'll see. So we did have I mentioned it a little bit before, but we did have this SMT with yesterday's London lows. Nasdaq did not take it, but ES did, and that's a good sign that. I mean, it's not a good sign. It's a good sign that we're more bullish than we're not, is what I should say, because this is a technique smart money uses to trap people, to send the market higher. Because as you see, as soon as we didn't take this high, we flew up. Anyway. Let's see. This should be very interesting. What's going to happen today? You look in the higher time frame, kind of on this like immediate market structure in a 15-minute and a 1 hour, 4 hour. We are bullish. Bearish. Excuse me. But I do think we are going to flip back to bullish. Take these highs. This is the daily SIBI. We'll just see. Oh, there. I told you. Run for all of those lows and then probably reverse, just like I predicted. See? All of that liquidity, market maker buy model, stack liquidity, we're pushing up. Do we run for Asia lows? That will be interesting to see. Let's see if we run for Asia lows. fundamentals follow technicals, in my opinion. So whatever the news is, it was already built into the chart. It was already built into the liquidity. It was already just built in. So, boom, right? Boom. We got our sell side delivery. We don't want to do anything for 20, 15 to 30 minutes after CPI. We want to let the market do what it's going to do, and then we can look for entries. So obviously, the 820, 840 macro is not something we're looking at because of CPI. But look how we did leave these equal lows now from Tuesday. So yesterday's previous day high, and the CPI number spiked up and dropped down, leaving relatively equal highs. Meaning anyone that kind of caught shorts here, that are trailing their stop, they might have had their stop up above here. Now they're moving their stop above here after CPI. They're very excited. Breakout traders are getting smoked right now. People who took shorts right after taking the London lows probably got smoked. We'll see. Let us see. So we're not looking for anything immediately. We got time. How big was that candle? Yeah, 138 points. You trading today, some guy. Any trades on your end? You took some shorts? You got some shorts on that push down? Get some type of music going or something. Nice, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't trade right before the news release. It's just not worth it for me. Let's see if we can find some chill, no copyright music. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, election year is very volatile. Absolutely, I agree. For sure. I am feeling more bullish though. Um, I think. Because this 5 minute candle is not closing like a typical 5 minute CPI candle, which would close lower. But what the heck? Yeah, but we're not gonna do anything until we get some real movement. Possibly 920. Yeah, I was watching. I was actually watching last night, but I didn't finish it. Ended up going to sleep with my wife. So I just wanted to kind of catch up and see what happened yesterday. What did you think about the debate? What were your opinions? Oh. I don't think she has a plan. In general, I don't think she has a single plan. She just kept talking about her plan, but she didn't have a single plan. And she's been in office for what? Almost 4 years now? Hasn't done a single thing. They're all jokes. I don't know. Politics in general is just one big theater. None of it is real. Yeah, I don't know how I can't understand how you tax unrealized gains. That makes absolutely no sense, and that's the best way to destroy an economy and make sure that people leave. So we do have equal highs right here for 3 minutes now. I do expect those to get swept. We could actually get those swept and might get another move down. Maybe run for Asia. Yeah. At the end of the day, the more research you do, the more you realize that the world's controlled by, you know, the secret families. Not even the Rothschilds or Rockefellers. There's secret families that own everything, that control everything. And all the politics are theatrics. Yeah, 100%. It's like the Roman circus and the gladiators, right? When they were getting ready to revolt, what they do, they put on the circus, they have the gladiators fight, and people would stop revolting. So we did take those equal highs. Why does this keep doing it? What the heck? I'm not even connected on anything else. Maybe it's my laptop? My laptop is closed though. It doesn't make any sense. Tim Dillon? I'll check him out. Tim Dillon. He's a comedian? Little tired today. I don't know why. Tim Dillon. He sounds familiar. Let me see what I can find on Tim Dillon. Oh, he has a podcast. Okay, no, I've never seen him, but I will look into him because they look kind of long. Does he have any clips? No clips. Some clips.
Drugs don't always work. I was a drug addict for many years. They don't always work. Do a nice close-up on that. This is the expression when drugs don't work. I've paid for a lot of drugs and they haven't been effective, and that's actually exactly how you look. I would be sitting somewhere on a couch in some crack house, looking like that, going, "Why isn't this thing working? Why isn't this pill working?" You ever buy bad ecstasy in the early 2000s? I'm not talking about this liquid Molly or whatever the fuck these kids are doing now at Coachella. I'm talking about a pill with a little Mitsubishi logo etched in it, and it doesn't even work. How does this not even work? So whatever they shot him up with, whatever fucking Pulp Fiction adrenaline shot they gave him through the fucking heart plate, chest plate, breastplate, whatever. As I said, I'm not a doctor. Jill is. Drugs don't always work. I was a drug addict for many years. They don't always work.
Oh, man.
The only culture we have is consumption. Why are you making it hard? Why are you making the one thing that we do hard? There's nothing else. There's literally nothing else. Our history starts a few hundred years ago, and most of it is fucking slavery. It's not like we have the Renaissance here. Make the shopping nice. Make the exchange of goods and services nice, please. It's all we got.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into him.
You can't get an abortion. You gotta go.
Gonna watch some of his videos. It's pretty funny. Alright, so I do think we're gonna continue down. We didn't balance this whole thing. We do have a 5-minute Sibby in here. Create a breaker block once we close here. But no macro time for me now, so we're gonna wait. More than likely 9:20, 9:40 macro is when we'll catch something, I think. We gotta wait and see how this 15 closes. Jeez, why am I so tired? Coffee just doesn't do anything for me anymore, man. You drink coffee? I'm on my 4th shot of espresso and I'm just like, nothing. I love Cuban coffee. It's so much sugar though. You gotta melt all that sugar in there. It's delicious. But I have a like a nice like fancy espresso machine where it grinds the beans so it's all nice and fresh. I just been drinking coffee since I was like 12 and I could drink like a triple shot of espresso and go to sleep. So I don't know, maybe my nervous system is just fried at this point. That's why I was taking Adderall. But me and Adderall don't get along when we're trading, so we're good off that. Let's see if this becomes a little order block, this green candle. If this black candle closes below here, this will become an order block and a breaker block. And then we'll have some more room to the downside. Just making you coffee? I think nice. Nice. It's weird for me. When I drink too much coffee, I just get tired and sleepy. It doesn't make any sense. Like sometimes I'm more awake without coffee, or if I have like one shot of espresso or like one double. But the more I drink, the more tired I get. So it's kind of weird. Kind of weird indeed. Are you looking for any more trades today, or are you done? Nice. Yeah, smart, Brian. You got your W? Just be done. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my hoodie. So, are we just gonna consolidate in here? With this 1 minute Sibby, we're kind of just working in. Equal highs are taken. No SMTs. Is there any SMTs? There's no SMT. Oh, we got another SMT. Oh yeah, so I'm bullish today. Asia lows became SMT. ES took these lows. So now we have two bullish SMTs. I'm expecting higher prices for sure. I shouldn't be extremely biased. I shouldn't be overly biased, but I am expecting higher prices. We have two SMTs twice now. Boom, boom. So we're not going to expect this to get taken. Blue Royale at 10:30. I don't think that matters. This got inversed. So yeah, I'm expecting higher prices, which is good because I swung some options last week. I actually bought some options on SPY around here. Oh, I'm showing you NASDAQ. I bought some options on SPY around here. Problem is, I bought two. My bigger position I closed out out of fear, left my smaller position. So I'm still down on it. But if we continue up, they expire on the 16th next week. So if we come back around here, I'll probably be break even overall in the whole position. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, okay. So we're tapping into that 5 right now. 15-minute closed nicely. Looks like we're having 2-stage this time. High swept. Probably could have took longs off of this inverse right here. Low, high, lower, low. Kind of a breaker. Yeah, I started with options, but I wasn't a big fan of them. The only reason I'm kind of doing it now is because I'm trading really small on the options. And I'm just kind of just swinging positions, seeing how it works. So it's good. I think my strategy is going to be just waiting for like things like this to happen where we have like kind of like a big drop. Wait for that smart money reversal, grab some options and swing them long for a while because at the end of the day, the market's always going to continue up, I think. It is 850 macro, so I don't know. Maybe if we pop in here, we can take longs. I just don't know if it's worth it. Because we are rejecting this 5-minute now. This 15-minute could be an immediate rebalance. Yeah, we didn't even tap into this BISI. This is my daily golden zone, 25 to 33% of yesterday's daily range is where the perfect setup should come. So I don't know, maybe if we do tap in here, I will take longs. We did tap into this order block. Yeah, that's the thing. I never wanted to get into like all those things. You know, because there's definitely a lot of different opportunities and options to where, you know, you can make money if you think the market's just going to go sideways and everything. Probably eventually I'll get into all that. As of right now, I kind of just want to focus on what I have going and what's working. Get more consistent with this and then jump into or start diversifying into options and whatnot. Yeah, because you like buy calls and sell puts, right? And you're just kind of waiting for one of them to decay or something along those lines. Oh, you know what I just noticed also? We have a bearish SMT here. So that's now it's like not as probable. Now my opinion on longs, strong opinion on longs might not be there, but I do like that we have two SMTs here on the bullish side. ES did not take these highs, 730 highs. But I think the Asia lows are more significant. Yeah, that makes sense. So you take a little bit of a loss on whichever direction it doesn't go to, and then you just ride the winner. Like this 15-minute pretty much immediately rebalanced. Is it going to continue up? It is 850. This is a lower probability macro, but if something really nice presents itself, then we'll see. Yeah, longs seem to be the move. I think that this was our only shot. I mean, we have our low, high, lower, low. We have our bullish breaker here. I wouldn't trust this breaker actually because we didn't take data lows. So I don't know. We might run for data lows. I'm not crazy about anything at the moment. Yeah, Mary called. I took an options course like when I first started because, you know, I first started with options. I remember looking at all those things, but I just never got into it. I just prefer to look at price action, what the price is doing. You know what I mean? Maybe after a couple of years, once I'm like super comfortable with price action on its own, then I could start looking into all those other things. I literally feel myself right now like itching to trade, and I need to kind of just like calm down. I don't know. I feel like a little anxiety or something. I don't know why. They expect to move on NASDAQ and ES? Oh, you think it's going to go down? There we go, reaching for data highs. Now we might get another bearish SMT if ES doesn't reach for this. We have this volume imbalance. I wouldn't take anything in here because we have data high and data lows. So I'm going to wait for the market to sweep one of those before I look into anything else. Okay, so data highs are going to get taken. If they get taken, then I'm expecting, continuation of the bullish move, like I was saying. I think. Unless ES doesn't take them, but ES looks like it will take them. Yeah, we get rid of this. 5 minute got inversed. We can get rid of that. Or what we do is change the color. So yeah, it was outside macro, but this was our only entry. 850 macro, nothing. Data highs are taken. Let's see if ES goes for them. ES is running up for him, so at the moment it hasn't taken them yet. But it's too close not to. Too close not to take them. 3 points away. Same thing on ES. Our only really entry would have been off this inverse. But, I don't know. Oh, we are getting a rejection. I don't know what just happened, but we disconnected. Frozen there. Okay, yeah, ES is running for those highs. What's next? We got previous day highs here. Why is it so far out? We got previous day highs about to get taken. ES is not taking those highs. So that's 2 runs on NASDAQ, and ES still has not taken those highs. Okay, there we go. Yeah, ES just ran those highs. But now we have an SMT with previous day highs, but ES looks like it's gonna run for it. Looks pretty strong at the moment. Or is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's running for those highs. Wow. So what do we got? We got data highs taken right here. This next line is previous day highs. Now this SMT is fixed. That's no longer there. So the only thing we have is our bullish SMTs. So what does that mean? That means that we're going up, in my opinion, right? Unless ES does not take these highs, the previous day highs. But it was like I said earlier, all the sell side was built up to sweep to continue up. Yeah, that would have been a nice trade, huh? 90 points, 93 points, closed out a previous day high, 74 points. Oh well. Yeah, ES is gonna take those highs. Wow, what's going to be the next draw on liquidity for Nasdaq? It's probably these highs, huh? Wow, so we got some room. Yeah, we got a lot of room. We got another 60, 70 points. Then we have all of these. We had a SMT here. That might be the next draw after that. Yeah, we might be going up. Unless we get like a strong rejection. ES still hasn't taken those previous day highs. So if we get a strong rejection, it might be something. Either way, this trade right here is not my setup, so I wouldn't take it, right? Because for this to be valid, we would have had to take the data lows after, even though we did take London lows. So maybe could have been low, high, lower, low. Let's see something. Might run to that 2 to 2.5 standard deviation. Because we do have our bullish breaker right here with our low, high, a sweep of these equal lows on the 1 minute. And then push up with displacement, inversing, creating our bullish breaker with these down close candles, these order blocks. Also, we're supported here. So let's see how the standard deviations work here. I need some more hype music, man. I need some music that's a little bit more hype. Okay, that's better. All right, I'm gonna be. Hey, Bogdan, do you record these? Yeah, they're recorded. They end up being on my channel. I don't do anything with them. I used to just record myself on my computer and then edit it and upload it. But I'm just gonna do these live streams and upload them. It should be fine because then I can't cut anything out. and it's a lot less work for me. But I'm gonna step away for a few minutes. I'm gonna come back around the 9:20 macro. Well, I'll be back in like 5 minutes, but we'll wait and see. I'm gonna put this music a little bit. Be right back. Alright, yes, it's taking those highs. Yes, ran for the highs. Nice. ES still hasn't taken the highs, previous day highs, but they're relatively equal. 920 macro coming here in 2 minutes. What do we have? NASDAQ did take previous day highs, breaking 50% this week. So I'm still bullish. Definitely bullish. But we're probably going to wait for a retracement. I would like to see this liquidity swept, all these equal lows, before we do anything. We can leave a 15-minute BISI in here. We got 5-minute BISI in here. So not really looking for anything at the moment. Equal lows. Equal low, sell side liquidity. ES now took those highs or equal highs. We'll see. I got me a big old breakfast smoothie. Mango, peach, strawberry, protein, almond butter. Yeah, this is likely the draw right here. Friday's highs. I think this is most likely the draw on liquidity. And then we wait and see. Wait and see. I'll never take a long when we have these equal lows and we're 10 minutes from open. It is our macro time, so what I would like to see is a push down, sweep these inside this 5-minute BISI and the continuation, but at the same time would be a little bit too high, a little bit too much in premium. We have this 5 minutes, so this would be better to pop into here and then get support off of this inverse and continue up to this draw on liquidity. This SMT is holding. We have a new day opening gap right here. Look how we filled it. I mean, I'm not saying that this is resistance at the moment, but look how we filled it and rejected right away. ES finally took the highs. We're in between new week opening gaps. Wait a minute. That's how it's supposed to be. I want it on the 15. Two-stage event on CPI this time. It's not always a two-stage event, but it happens often. Ran for the London lows, left the Asia lows, but ES took the Asia lows, giving us a bearish SMT. Pushed up, inverse this 5-minute SIBI. Now we have these 5-minute BISIs. And look how we're still rejecting that. We did take previous day highs on both now, so that's... Even if a reversal presents itself here, I wouldn't take it because this macro is not a reversal macro for me. We could also just run straight for this liquidity at open, but I would never take longs here. At the very highs, it makes 0 sense to me. Whether it works or not, I would never take it off at this 1-minute BISI. Never ever take that. I've done that so many times and I've been destroyed so many times just chasing price. I'm not gonna do it again. This music's a little bit much. Let's see what ICT is saying. He's live.
Alright, so we're looking at the post effect of 8:30 high impact news driver. We have a huge premium opening.
Yo, what's good, man? What is happening?
That real quick over here on the
Did you take any trades yet? We're checking to see what ICT's talking about over here.
and we'll look at it through. So we had a previous settlement close.
Nice. Are you holding or did you get out?
46.
That's massive.
So you can see we're up here in the 20s. So it'd be a large gap. Now we're in. Let me go back to it.
Oh, you call short. You call at the bottom of Asia session. You traded Asia, huh?
Inefficiencies.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been crazy if you held that.
Here. Can you see that? It's got these dashed lines on it. So we open, trade it down to that, and then trade it to the high of this inefficiency.
A win's a win, man.
Change a little bit in terms
You followed your plan. That's all that matters.
Okay, so that's where you're at the top of that, right there. Here. So we're putting relative equal highs in there at the high of that inefficiency, and there's a small little inefficiency in the form of a volume imbalance between this candle's close. You see that at 924.
You done trading for the day? Or you gonna continue?
Open at 21 even.
As much as I would like to watch your ICT, I don't want you to Distract me. There's a possibility we no, never mind. There's no possibility. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm kind of tempted to take shorts. Even though I am very bullish, I'm tempted to take shorts because ES just took previous day highs and is kind of rejecting, but let's see what this candle over here does. Oh. I really want to take shorts here. And we have a 5-minute BISI right here. That is something that I missed. Good thing I saw it. If anything, I'll wait for the retracement down into here somewhere and take the shorts. Tempted. I'm tempted to take these shorts. Yes, just took these lows out. NQ has not. You got 1 minute to open. 12 seconds to open. I think I'll run for these lows at least. Are we reaching for data lows? There's a possibility that we're reaching for the data lows. Let's see this. Oh, look at this big gap. So it's almost filled. Oof. Now, are we going to continue down or are we going to... So what do? We came into this 15-minute, balanced that out. 5 minutes holding. Ran these equal lows. What's next? ES is much weaker than NASDAQ. ES candle is much weaker than NASDAQ. $9:30 now, so we're gonna wait a few minutes before we consider anything. I'm still bullish, being honest. Look at this. We tapped into this little imbalance right here. Volume imbalance. Tapped into this volume imbalance, this BISI, taking off. Yes is much weaker. But look at this 15-minute and this 5. Minutes holding. The 5s are holding. Wow. ES is really going down. ES has been weaker because look, ES took the Asia lows. NASDAQ did not take the Asia lows. NASDAQ seems to be stronger, holding up better than ES. Let's see. That's a big move. Are we reaching for data lows is what I'm wondering. Jeez. Yeah, ES ran through that 5-minute inverse. We did have our breaker, high, low, higher, high. What do? We came back in to retest the breaker. Oh, it's 5 minutes to get inversed. But this is the more important 5-minute. Which is also getting inversed. Okay, data lows it is. Let's see if this acts as support for NAS. But ES, wow. ES is about to take these lows right here. Not gonna gamble anything. I'll be nice and patient. My swing option SPY call is just getting hammered. Up and down movements are just ugly. I don't know, this week has been kind of ugly, huh? Up, down, very volatile. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I haven't taken anything yet. I'm waiting. I'm being patient. I did want to take shorts once we inverse these 1 minutes. I didn't though. I am still leaning more bullish than bearish. But we'll see. Still haven't taken anything. 5 minute is still holding. 5 minute inverse is holding. Let's see in 6 minutes if this 15-minute holds. Possibly if we inverse this 1 minute could be something. Nice. 912. Up here. Nice. Yeah. I was thinking about taking them once we inverse this 1 minute. And then I was thinking about it once we inverse this 1 minute. But I just didn't. Because I'm leaning more bullish than bearish, so I kind of don't want to go against my bias. But I think if we do inverse this, I could take something. Just a big stop, so I have to size down. It depends on the liquidity, where the liquidity is. Average probably I look for like 50 to 100. Sometimes 30, but it depends, right? Like the markets are a lot more volatile now, so catching 30 to 50 points is easy. Like look at this one candle. This one candle is 43 points. But if you go back to like a few weeks or a few months ago, one candle during New York session is nowhere near that. I mean, it is CPI, but it's probably big range. See, our big range is 100 points. It's like here, one candle was like 10 points. So I actually took shorts here, but I closed them early off of this inverse. Stop above this high. Come on. Why is it not working? And I was aiming for these lows, which would have been 95 points. Alright, so I guess we're not bullish. Yeah, man, that's the hardest thing ever is holding, is because it's so psychologically like tormenting. It really is. Let's see if ES does take the data lows and NQ doesn't, that's going to give me even more bullishness. Because right now ES is much weaker. Look where we are. So ES took these lows right here, NQ did not. But are we going to leave the data lows? I don't know. That's something I'd be too crazy about. But this inverse got re-inversed. It's useless. High, low, high, high. So we do have our bearish breaker now. But we have SMTs on this 5 minute. We don't have that. We have this bearish breaker, but two to 2.5 standard deviation would be the reversal zone. Look how we're pushing up. Yeah, so we do have the SMT at these lows, 43. Minutes still holding. 5 is still holding. Might be another one of those days where we don't really get too many clean opportunities. Which I'm okay with. No risk. No risk. Let's see if we inverse this 1 minute here. we do, that can be a trade. 60-point stop, so I would have to size down tremendously. Aim for here. 87 points. I think you asked me yesterday about the Discord. I still haven't set anything up on Discord. Not quite yet. Eventually will. All good, all good. Yeah, so I'm not crazy about this price action here. Our macro is over, right? So we're going to be waiting for the 950 macro anyway. 950 to 1010. I think we'll get something good. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Be right back. Don't take any trades from me while I'm not here. Still not seeing much of anything here.
If we do like yesterday, then that sucks. Yesterday the whole AM session was a waste. The setups that formed were so small, like they formed inside a range. It's very hard to see.
ES London lows was taken a while ago.
Yeah, that was
ES London lows was taken in on the NFP candle as well as the Asia lows.
probably Nasdaq gonna fall.
These are London lows right here on ES. These are Asia lows. They were both taken. Are you retargeting them again?
Equal highs and Nasdaq struck
I would target, if anything, the NFP lows.
this.
The 831 candle low.
Simply with this.
It seems to be very likely that we're reaching for that low. And I don't think NQ will reach for it. Yeah, CPI low, the data lows.
Doesn't seem like I'm missing the trade.
And then what's going to happen is, because I think I mentioned this before, but
Trading below previous hourly candle.
ES took the Asia lows.
So I'm willing to
NASDAQ did not. That's a bullish SMT. Whoa, okay, here we go. Yeah, your TP's hit. Your TP's hit. Alright, so now we got another SMT with the data lows. Let's go. That's on the challenge account. So now we got a SMT. Another bullish SMT. Challenge. Wow. Wow. So these shorts that I wanted to take would have printed. But in this 950, if we inverse this 1 minute, this might be valid longs. This 15-minute got disrespected, inversed. 2 minutes for this to hold. I think if we inverse this, I might take some longs. It is outside the macro, but it does look good. All these are holding. If I do, I'm going to have to go light because this stop will have to be big. Okay, no, it's rejecting it. That's not enough of a closure for me to consider that an inverse yet. But we do have, you know, these SMTs. Yeah, maybe we're just bearish today. Guess we might be bearish today. Seems like it. Maybe the whatchamacallit, the election debate, presidential debate yesterday had some type of impact. Here's our macro, 950. Yeah, so we might be running for the data lows. Maybe I should start looking for shorts. I just don't like shorts with the SMTs. Five-minute got inversed. Where's our last 5 minute? Last 5 minute. Busy. We are at OTE, optimal trade entry. Will it do anything here though? No. Inside that golden zone. I don't know. I don't know about today. Today seems a little bit wonky to me. I would like this inverse for longs, but at the same time, we didn't sweep any liquidity. So, I mean, the only thing we'd have to go off of is the SMT with ES, and that ES took these data lows. And then we have two SMTs. It would be risky. Risky business. Wow, look at that 4-hour candle. That's crazy. Yeah, it's not a nice 4-hour candle, huh? Don't know what to do here. I mean, if we close below the Asia lows on the 1 hour, then we're flipping bearish with a bearish breaker. Even below here in the 1 hour. Flipping bearish. Very bearish. Now we did sweep these lows, so if we did get a push up, inverse that 1 minute, then that's something that I could consider for longs. But I might be overly long biased, and I'm catching myself. I do think that we're trying to run for those lows. It just doesn't make sense to me because NASDAQ is a lot stronger than ES. ES is like down here at this point. Let's see what Mr. ICT is saying. Oh, here it comes.
That low. So we'll be resting below that sell side. So they can get in here and aim for that little tiny little structure between the new day opening gap of September 11th and accomplish the run below that low for sell side liquidity. So it's accomplishing two things. It's using these PV arrays that I'm telling you to focus on, and then think about a narrative. And a narrative doesn't have to be for the entirety of the daily range. It doesn't have to be for the session. It could be done on micro market structure like this. Small little tiny little fluctuations that you can use to parlay and compound. And you can have a very, very small account. Very, very small account. And use just micro.
Okay. We just seem too bearish. I was bullish with these SMTs, but I don't know. I'm feeling weird now. It's not clean price action though. Look at this. It's like it's a forceful move down. It's not a clean. Like I wouldn't even want to participate in these shorts because think about the psychological torture you'd be going through with these candles. 40-point candles moves up and down. I wouldn't want to deal with that. I think if we inverse this nicely, I do want to take it because we swept these lows now. But yeah, it looks like not. Looks like we're just going right back into this range and continuing down. Get rid of this 5-minute probably. The ES move was way cleaner. If you caught shorts on ES, beautiful. Way cleaner. I mean, this over here is all messy, but Hmm. Whew. Interesting. That's something that we're gonna watch. Wait a minute. Never mind, I'm tripping. It's not even there. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, falling off a cliff. Yeah, I'm feeling too bullish biased. I need a flip to bearish, but there's still no entries whatsoever for me. So it doesn't really matter too much. It's 1 hour strong though. But like I said, I wanted to close below the London lows, at least body to body. This is a BISI, 1 hour BISI in here. Order block, retest, propulsion block, order block, retest, propulsion block. Could have taken a short off this order block, but it's not my entry. Not my entry model. There we go. Okay, so SMTs are going to get fixed. Yes, it's falling off a cliff. My options are donezo. I have 5 days. We could only pray that they push up. Where did this 1 hour close? Okay. Wow. You see that? Wow. And a new 4 hour candle. Yeah, so ES is running for previous day lows. It's about to take them, actually. Yeah, imagine you held your shorts again. Imagine that. ES just made equal lows with its previous day lows. Did I not expect the NAS to run to previous day lows? So I didn't even mark it. But yeah, NASDAQ previous day lows are way far. Previous day lows are here at the SMT. Oh wow, look at that buyback. So that must have been the manipulation of the new 4 hour candle. We have 8 minutes left. Maybe if we close above these highs, creating our bullish breaker, we could take something, but 80 points. This is just so ugly. As an ICT trader, there's nothing here that you would take because of how it is. Now, if you're trading levels and all these other things, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure that you can find a setup if it's in your levels. But for me, this is something that I just don't want to touch. Don't get me wrong, I'm itching. I'm itching to touch it. But I'm not going to. Not going to. I do want to go for these data lows though. 60 points. But will there be a setup? We have 6 minutes left in the macro. Look at these 5-minute candles. Very wiki. Wiki. And Transformers. So maybe my bullish bias is correct. Guess we'll see. Low, high, lower, low. We just tap into the CPI one more time. Probably shorts would have been good there. Maybe if we inverse this, I could take it. 30 points. I'm debating on taking this if we inverse this cleanly, close below these lows. Short, target the data lows, stop above this high. But it might be me chasing, might not be a good actual trade. Okay. I'm gonna take this. Stop above the highs. On the 15-second, stop above these highs right here. Might not be the best move ever, but we're gonna test it. I don't think it's the best move ever, genuinely. But like I said, we're just gonna test it out and see what happens. Okay, there we go. Getting some type of move. Not really a clean move. Nothing here is clean. I don't know. I think this might not be a good trade to take. I just feel like we gotta run the data lows. And then possibly Asia lows. I don't think I like this. I don't think I even want to risk money on this. Yeah, I'm gonna exit. I'm gonna exit that trade. Took a tiny little loss. Even if it runs in my direction, I'm alright. That's not a trade I should have taken. That's breaking my rules. That's chasing. That's just not being smart. I was literally just saying there's no trade in here for me. Um, so that was just a bad idea. That was a bad trade to take. I'm gonna have one more trade if something shows up at 10:20 to 10:40, and then I'm gonna get off if nothing shows up. Like I'm saying, even if this runs to data lows, I don't care. That's not a setup that I like. That's not my trade setup. I don't like anything about the chart right now, so it's all good. So here's where I took it, 18,782. Yeah, 82.75. This is what I had. I was aiming for Asia lows, the 2R, but I don't like it, and then I closed out. I closed out at a couple point loss. Like I said, even if it runs in my direction, I don't really care. That's not my setup. It does hurt, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. ES now took previous day lows. NASDAQ did not. It's another bullish SMT. So it's just like, uh,
Or lots. The levels of precision. You're not going to get it. But they'll get it all day long. They'll get it all day long. And they'll do it with less time than 15 seconds. It's just constant firing. So there are time frames that are less than 1 minute that you can visually see this occurring. And once you see it, once it's like today, what I'm explaining to you today, you won't find that in anybody else's material. You're not going to find it. Okay? They can call themselves a quant. They can call themselves, former institutional trader, former market maker. This is all Greek to them. They have no idea what I'm explaining. But here I am, I'm explaining exactly what's going to happen in the market on a 15-second chart. Tick, tick, over and over and over. So we want to see if we can wipe out that low here, because right now it's hanging around the constant person this wick and spending too much time there. Too much time. So let's see if it wants to explore an outside run of that inefficiency. While we're looking at it, I'm going to show you what I'm referring to here again. For the folks that are not getting what I'm talking about. If you look at your daily chart on the NASDAQ, isn't it fun? When you start seeing price like this, you're never ever ever going to fear missing a move. You're never going to miss out on anything. Let's put it that way. Because there's always something to do. There's always something to engage in. There's always an opportunity. Actually, I started zooming in without showing you what I was pointing to. Okay. Here. This candlestick, this big one, this wick, that low is right there. So what I'm doing is I'm highlighting this candlestick's low. Now I'm going to change it just a little bit in color so that way you can see over on the right hand side. See how it's different now? That's the high end of that range right.
Okay. This is getting kind of boring, huh? It's getting real boring. I'm getting sleepy over here. The smoothie sucks too. Nah, no raw eggs. That was just a... Whoa, look at that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I freaking... SMT's fixed. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. I hate it. I hate when I close the trades out early, but I'm also happy because this wasn't my setup. There's nothing here that was a reason for... Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. What are we gonna do? Jeez. Jeez. How the hell this? Jeez. Yeah. What the frick, man? SMT's fixed. Data lows are gone. Maybe I should have held, huh? But it's alright. You can't live like that. So I'm no longer bullish. So 1020 is coming up. Next macro. We'll see what happens. If we get a setup or not. I'm down 50. Oh, no, I'm not actually. I'm down $14. $14 right now. So it's alright. It's not a big deal. Anyway, that smoothie was peaches, mangoes, strawberries, strawberry protein, almond butter, coconut milk. But wasn't that good. I prefer just strawberry bananas, protein, peanut butter, coconut milk. Oh yeah. Yeah, bro, that raw I just eat regular eggs. I'm not crazy about raw eggs. Damn, that sell-off, though. That sell-off was wild. Yeah, my options are probably at 0 right now. I should probably just exit. I have a few days. You know, the money's gone at this point. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But I guess we'll just wait. We might have a bounce sometime this week. Is this the low of the week or when was no Monday? This is the low of the week. Damn, that was a dump. What the heck? How could you like ever predict those type of moves? Yeah, this would have hit 77 points. All good. All good. I'm really not upset that I missed that because had I held that open and the ran to TP, all it would have reinforced is me taking more gambling type trades which aren't my setup, and then later on another day I would have taken the same exact setup because in my mind I would have been like, oh, it worked before, and then I would have lost, and I would have lost more than I made here. So it's just not worth it. Think long term, not just immediate moves. What do you have to say, Mr. ICT?
Right there when we were watching it live together. I told you to watch this right here. See what the bodies are showing you? What this is, when I talk about price action and showing signatures, okay? This is where you write down stuff, folks, okay? You screenshot this, Caleb, and you start putting down in your own words what I said, and then you start going into old charts, old moves, any time frame. The only benefit that these sub 1 minute charts provide you is it's lots more opportunity to study, and that equates to much more opportunities for the well-rounded, not, you know, action junkie to go out there and trade all the time. There's certain things you still have to understand and look for. But look very, very close. What do you see in this swing high? What do you see? There's a couple things that's occurring, and I've already talked about things before, but I want you to think about what's occurring here. And I'll tell you exactly what the signatures are. But here is that range, and it's anchored to this candlestick's low, which is there, and then candlestick's high here. So where is it? Oh, it's even. And I've already talked about things before, but I want you to think about what's occurring here. And I'll tell you exactly what the signatures are. But here is that range, and it's anchored to this candlestick's down close candle. It's almost like I shouldn't know this stuff. Waiting for them to knock the door on you. Imagine being 20 years old and you're the only person that knows it. Oh, see, these are the stories that make me want to turn you off. Good, turn me off. You won't learn. So back to this level here. I want you to think. We'll go back to this in a second. The buy side's taken, drops down. This little area, of course, price action. There isn't bodies laying over top. Okay, between this candlestick here and this candlestick. These are two very broad candlestick bodies. In between them, we have this little indecisive candle that Steve Nielsen would say is some kind of silly pattern. No, all you have to do is look at the body that started it here, and it encapsulates it here. So that entire range, that's your volume balance. You will not draw it on that candlestick body. Because some of you are thinking, you just drew that wrong, and you're typing up a comment, you already sent it on my previous post. Just don't delete that, because you don't know what I'm talking about. So this is a real volume balance that's defined when you have an indecisive candle in the middle of it, okay? So that's another key here. Oh, but it's all still the same thing. Gaps are always, fair value gaps are all the same. They're not. They actually do certain things differently. But you'll learn that as we go. You add to it here, you can take something off there, and then we have a small little inefficiency as well between this candlestick here and that candlestick there. We trade up into it. It's delivers, trades lower, and trades right to the tick. And then later on, we watched it doing where's that? All this body work in here. At that midpoint of that wick right there. I know it's hard to see.
Yeah. So 1020, 1040 macro continuation, but again, I'm not going to get my setup. So again, I won't take anything. Oh, all we need is one setup, one good setup. You taking anything else? Good stuff, good stuff. I'm going to see if anything presents itself by like 11:40 is when I end. That's it. But yeah, I'm not really bullish anymore. But we are in this range from previous day. Low and high. I don't know. We do have this bullish SMT now on the previous day low. So will that present a reversal? I don't know. I don't look for reversals in this time frame though. That could be a breakaway gap. Pop into this 5 minute, maybe find some shorts in here. This inverses, this is my opportunity for shorts. But if it holds, then no. I don't like taking shorts when we're all the way at the bottom. I don't know. This is not the great setup that I like. Maybe it's better not to take it. I'm feeling quite greedy though. We didn't even tap into this 5 minute. This looks like a nice micro make a buy model later in the day. All these lows is such low resistance buy side liquidity that could be ran later or now. I don't know. Probably PM session though. Just because we also have this SMT with the previous day low. That's giving me some type of feels. So we still have this 5 minute SIBI likely to come into here. Then we have a 15 minute. But I don't know how bearish that we are. Possible. Might create a breaker block here. We got our high. We put in our low. Sweep at this high, tap into this 5 minute. Then we get our displacement down. Or we're not even strong enough to get into that 5 minute. ES did pop into the 5 minute though. So that's something. No, ICT is not a scammer. He doesn't charge for anything. He does everything for free and he does it live. He's taught so many people. He's taught me. I learned everything from him. All for free. I didn't pay him a penny. If this inverses, I'm going to take these shorts. But I need a decent inverse, not a weak one. Okay, not yet. To wait another minute. No, ICT, in my opinion, he knows what he's doing. He's very good at what he does. Been trained 30 some years. He teaches everything for free. Yeah, see, didn't get my inverse, unfortunately. It is what it is. I just don't feel comfortable taking these shorts at the very bottom of this range. All right, I did take shorts off this inverse. Is it a good trade? I don't really know. I'm going to target the previous day lows. And we'll see what happens. Which is right here. All right, so that's good. We're working right away. That's really good. All right, sweet, 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 sweet. I like it. Now we just gotta hold it. Now we just gotta hold this trade. So, all right. I might even let this run further. Or not. Maybe I just... I'm already feeling like, I want to get out. I want to get out so bad. I need to not watch the... Yeah, so I'm in shorts here. I want to see a continuation down to these lows. See, this is when I start panicking. This is when I start having trouble holding my trade, when it doesn't just run in my direction. But we're gonna hold it. I have my stops above these highs. They should be above these highs, but they're above these highs. This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like, man. It's fine. We have our breaker. Bearish breaker here. High, low, higher, high. Then lower, low. We have some SIBIs. We could actually even pyramid in there if it does come into there. Pyramid in. So we're targeting just about a 2R. It's 33 points to 71. 2.12R. But like I said, I might take off most of the position there and leave on the rest. I don't like how we're slowing down, but I mean, I feel like we need to run for this. The only thing I'm worried about is we come all the way back here and take these highs. But will that happen? I don't know. Hope not. Like I said, maybe if we retest this breaker, we can take another entry. We do seem really bearish, though. I mean, we are very, very bearish. That could have been an entry in that SIBI. I would like this other 1 minute to be a breakaway gap. This one can get retested like it currently is. I wanted to add in here, but I don't think it's a good idea to add now. We just let it run. That's good. Very good. A little bit of a SMT here. ES didn't take these lows. That's making me a little bit nervous. We are up 35 points. So now I'm getting nervous. I just don't like it. Why do I don't like holding my winners. Why? ES is pumping up hard. $15 seconds about to get inversed. A new 5-minute candle, that's why. Creating the top wick. Jeez. Yeah, I might exit here. Almost at break even now. Let's see, we're testing this CPI on a 30-second, back in the 1 minute. Good. I actually ended up adding in there. It just looked like a better idea to add rather than pull out. Not crazy about it. Nope, not crazy about it at all. We did inverse this, so that's good. All right. Good, 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 good. Now let's continue down. Immediate rebalance on the 5-minute. This is a little volume imbalance that we just popped into right here. I want to see a continuation down. If we don't, then there's a possibility we come into these 15-minute and I might just get out. I shouldn't get out though, right? I accepted the risk. I took this trade, I accepted the risk. I added in, I accepted the risk because I feel confident that we're going to continue down. So let's continue down. All right, there we go. All right, looks good. That's really, really nice. So that was a good add. It's just... I only added in 1 micro. I didn't add in a lot. I didn't go crazy. So that's good. ES now is acting stronger than NQ. We need ES to collapse. We did take these lows with NQ, that's making it a bullish SMT, and we had the previous day low SMT. So unless we start really like pushing down hard now, I'm not really gonna trust this. There we go. We need a strong push down. We need a strong push down. We're kind of just sitting around now. Macro is over here in these 10 seconds. I might just take my profits and be done for the day. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. We're about to hit TP. I am just reaching for the previous day lows. Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that 15-second. Don't like how slow we're moving. We could just shoot up at any second. Alright, I want to exit here. I think what I'll do is I'll remove half my risk, which I just did. And now I could let it run, I guess. Because we took these lows, ES did not take these lows. Alright, that's good. ES is super like slow now compared to NAS. I would love to see just an explosion down. So here's what we have. Added one in there. I just bought back half. I have 3 more positions left. 3 more micros. If something doesn't move pretty soon, I'm just gonna exit completely. I don't like how slow it's moving. If we break through and close through this 15-second, I'm probably just going to get out. I don't like this because this is like consolidating for a big move in one or the other direction. I'm hoping to the downside, but let's see. Okay, there we go. Our TP hit, but I did move it. I moved it. I'm going to let it run a little bit and see what happens. You know what? I'll take one off right here. See what happens here. Alright, I'm gonna get completely, let's see. I do think we have more room to the downside. See what happens with this 15-second. I have 2 micros left. Two micros left. I kind of want to hold it to previous week lows, but I don't know if it's going to go that far. All right, I'm going to... All right, it still seems weak on the 15-second. I don't want to get out too early, is my only thing. We did just take the liquidity. I think I'm going to get out, actually. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out right there. Whoa, what happened? I've removed my stop loss by accident instead of getting out. Anyway, up 561 on the day. And here's what it looked like. So I did take a short here for 1 micro, and then I closed it out for 20-point profit, which was 40 bucks. We ended up losing most of that here, so we were down $13. We took our shorts once we inversed this 1 minute BISI inside of our 1020 1040 continuation macro. We added in the push up to this BISI. This TP was previous day lows. Maybe I should have held. I guess I should have held this position, but I'm good. I'm gonna log my account and I'm be done for the day. So yesterday we were down. We took 1 trade yesterday, down 370. Today we're up 560. So we're up total 920 or 982, excuse me, on the week. See, I should have held that open. I should have held it to previous day lows. But it's all good. All good. I'm glad that I even held through here, because you know me, a lot of the times I don't. Well, you don't know me, but you know me. I mean, let me just add my position so I could journal this, which was 654. $654.50. Okay, boom. And our stop is above these highs. So yeah, I mean, what I should have done was just keep 1 contract, 1 tiny contract on, and we would have been good. But yeah, anyway, I'm happy on the day. I'm gonna go ahead journal, and thanks, brother. Thank you. So you know, I wasn't extremely confident on this trade because I like to catch these like up here. We were very low, but everything was pointing that we're going to run for these previous day lows, which is now not an SMT. And there's still a big possibility that we run for previous week lows, which is down here. Will we hit that today? I don't know, but we did just take all of this liquidity here. These lows, these lows, these lows. So, you know, at this point, I'm good. I'm all right. There's 77 points. So you see, it's like we were saying, like, how many points do we aim for? I don't really have a specific one. I look for where the liquidity is and, you know, how price is moving towards that liquidity. Unfortunately, this stop had to be pretty high at 33 points. If this stop, let's say logically, the most valid stop would have been at 20 points, I would have took more contracts, right? Because I'm like, all right, I'm all right with risking $333. This would $330 this risk was for 720. But, you know, I did take partials, closed out. So the whole trade itself, had I left the whole thing running, would have been 700 for $300 risk. But then I added in, I removed some, etc., etc. All good. Hold on. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, that doesn't make sense, huh? I added 6. Oh, I bought 3 back at 613. So I bought 3 back here. So that only gave me 400, and then I had 2 left here. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have bought back here. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense taking partials here because we didn't take any major liquidity. There's literally no liquidity. I just needed to be patient and calm. And then what I could have done was take my 3 partials here and let the other 3 run, see how they did. But all good. We'll journal this and be done. Yeah, bro. That's the goal, right? Is to be able to hold those type of trades. It's just really, really difficult. You got to be a real swing trader, and you got to have really strong conviction that the price is going to move in a certain direction, and that takes time. But good job. I know you still crushed it. You still caught your trades. You're still up on the day. I've been live now 3 hours. I'm mentally tired. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go take care of some stuff, journal, and yeah. Good speaking with you. Thank you for joining, my one and only viewer. Take care as well. Make sure you journal, you trade. Make sure you don't over trade if you're gonna continue trading. Just be safe. Don't chase, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hope to see you.